Hi there, it's Karen Russo, and this is a conversation for women about wealth. And it's all about how to leverage both the masculine and feminine approaches to leading money, to building, creating, and experiencing wealth. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the idea that there's different types of leadership, the masculine and the feminine, and why both are important. And you probably want to be thinking about which is the one I want to activate more right now for me. So get that in your mind. And then I also want to share about how to think about putting these principles about wealth leadership into action every week with prosperity practices called Money Monday and Faithful Friday. Everyone, all gender orientation, each of us has access and capacity for masculine and feminine energy, qualities, leadership capacity. Both are important, both are powerful, and for each of us, depending on the season that we're in terms of building a business or leading our money or contributing the thing we're supposed to contribute in life, each of us has a blend of masculine and feminine energy that is the right combination that's most valuable and effective for us. Masculine leadership is about single focus. When it comes to money and wealth, masculine money focus is action, clarity, decision, wisdom. If women are missing that aspect, the masculine money focus, what'll often be the symptom is not that they're not working hard or busy. It's often, in fact, that they're frantic or overwhelmed. I worked with a wonderful woman who was an owner of a learning franchise in a very large and growing suburban area. And she grew that franchise from 500 grand a year to 900 grand a year. And she was making the same amount of profit. Even though she was really busy and things were growing, having more revenue, it wasn't really it wasn't making her life any more satisfied, and it really wasn't a sustainable business strategy. Even though she was busy, she was frantic and overwhelmed. Ironically, she was missing the masculine approach to wealth leadership, where when women do have it, decisions are done. They're made and not doubted. There's clarity of action. You are able to make choices and then implement them. And there's a listening to your own intuition that's really powerful. Feminine leadership is potent and essential and valuable as well. And feminine wealth leadership depends upon this quality of diffuse awareness, this capacity for the feminine to include. So feminine financial leadership is graciousness, receptivity, love. It's that capacity to have and be satisfied. Feminine spiritual awareness around money is the feeling of having enough and of feeling appreciative and luxuriating in the sense of being satisfied. Why is that so important as a leader? Is that for most businesses and professions that women are involved in, is that if we can't have and experience something, it doesn't matter how much stuff comes on the outside. If we can't experience it within, it's always this feeling of like emptiness or upset. Often when women don't have enough of the feminine financial leadership and spiritual awareness, there'll be an emptiness or an upset that lingers with them. I worked with a beautiful woman who was, she'd just come out of a divorce. And what she thought she should do is get into action about raising her rates. She's doing design and project work. But what was really on her heart was lingering shame and guilt about her divorce and about the family home and how she was with her teen boys around money in particular. So what we did is, instead of working on action and decisions, we gently went to the place of let's do healing work. Let's be in forgiveness. Let's activate a greater sense of self-love. And with that, what's interesting about the feminine, that receptivity and the graciousness, it's not passive. When this gal deepened in her self-love and healing, she refinanced her home and decided to stay there. She had some really good, clear conversations with her sons. And eventually, yes, she went in and she did raise her rates. What I want you to hear is that for you, there's a beautiful combination of masculine money focus, that yes, clarity, as well as the feminine spiritual faith, the yes, the graciousness, the receptivity, the awareness. And when you find your sweet spot, very powerful. And I recommend that you put these ideas into action every week. And that's where the weekly prosperity practices, Money Monday and Faithful Friday, come into play. Prosperity practices are 10 to 20 minutes on Mondays and on Fridays, where you dedicate time, energy, and attention to leading your money. On Mondays, you're going to use your masculine money focus to give. You give thanks for the 100% of the money that's come to you, and you give financially. You also give attention to your financial tasks, and you give a commitment to your 2 actions for the week. Like, those are the 2 most leveraged actions to move your money forward. With that Money Monday, people feel clear and focused. And then do not skimp or skip on Faithful Friday. Faithful Friday is 10 minutes on Fridays where you receive. You invest some time and energy journaling or writing. I have an audio you can use where you're in receptivity, a reflection for the week. How are my money goals manifesting now? You feel gracious and grateful. And then also appreciating your inner qualities of wealth and spirituality. So how did the divine reveal itself to me this week in my money? And usually people are working with a spiritual quality, like I've been working with congruency this year. So I look back and I say on Fridays, how did I see the wisdom and the intelligence of congruency show up in my money? And that kind of inner reflection helps us to feel more receptive, aware, and satisfied. So with Faithful Friday, you end the week with a chance to rest, receive, be grateful. Masculine money focus, feminine spiritual faith. When you have the 2 together, what you'll experience is wealth through action and awareness.